Howdy, gang. As you can see, back at the home front. Hope you all had a fabulous holiday, as we did. It was fabulous fun in Greenville, South Crackalacky. Meal went off without a hitch, and last I checked, there was no bloodshed. So you got to consider that a semi-successful trip. Tonight, I figured we'll go through, because we're in the last week of the regular season, and kind of identify what needs to happen for teams to get into the playoffs. So there's a couple of things where it's going to be a little convoluted. Just bear with me. We're going to hope that the games kind of shake out the way they need to shake out, so that it won't be too complicated. But I'll take you through that, and we'll go from there. In the Campbell Conference, we do have our champion, Rolling Thunder. They will get the $200 conference championship money, as well as a bye in the first round of the playoffs. So congratulations to Terry and the Rolling Thunder. Second place is still up for grabs. There's three teams that look like they have a shot at it. The Squirrels, Spankos, and tight ends. However, under closer examination, really the best the Squirrels could hope for would be to work themselves into a tie with the tight ends, where the tight ends hold the first tiebreaker advantage, which is head-to-head, with the sweep of the Squirrels. So really the Squirrels are eliminated from the runner-up position of the conference. It comes down to the tight ends versus the Spankos, and what the tight ends need is win and they're in. There's no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. If they win, they're in. Should they lose and the Spankos win, then the Spankos would be your conference champion. If the tight ends tie and the Spankos win, then they would tie, but the Spankos have the advantage with the two head-to-head wins. So basically, the tight ends need a win to get in and make everything easy for us. Should they lose or tie, then there's some crap going on with Spankos, and we'll figure it out as we go. But that's what you're looking at for conference champion. Now, if you look at the teams that would be left, if the tight ends end up not our conference runner-up, then they would be in the driver's seat for the total points wild card winner. However, if they don't, then the Squirrels are now in the lead, with the 12-point lead over Spankos and 6-point lead over Hot Attack. So basically, if the Spankos don't become a runner-up, they're actually in the trunk as far as getting in via the points. Hot Attack, who doesn't have a sniff of a chance at record, is only 6 points behind the Squirrels. So I'm sure, from a Hot Attack perspective, they're open to the tight ends, take the second place money, and bring it down to the final Squirrels, Spankos, and Hot Attack, which are all separated by 12 points there. So this should be interesting. Good matchups this week, and we'll see what we need to happen there. Over in the Wales Conference, we've got the three-headed monster we've had for a couple of weeks now, with the Dharma Initiative, Steel Curtain, and Classified. Those three teams currently all tied. If it were to end in a tie, the Dharma Initiative does hold the edge. They all split games all throughout the year. Everybody was 1-1 against one another. So that's our first tiebreaker that's thrown out. The second tiebreaker is the conference record, which currently Dharma Initiative sits in the driver's seat. So if they all end up tied, Dharma is your conference champion via all wins or all losses. Additionally, as long as Dharma wins, they're your conference championship is what it boils down to. Because if he's tied with anyone or no one, then he's your winner. So for the Steel Curtain or Classified to win that conference, they're looking for a Dharma Initiative loss this week. When it comes down now to the second position, if it comes down to to Curtain versus Classified, they split their head-to-head. They both have the same conference record. Total points would be the edge to the Curtain. So the Curtain's in pretty good shape to come away with either the top slot or the second slot, unless they lose and both the Classified and Dharma Initiative win. So again, as you can see, there's a lot of things at play here. It could go from all three of those teams making the playoffs to two of those teams making the playoffs based on how these things shake out. When you look at the W's, they're not mathematically. They could score 300 points and outscore everybody by 200 points, but probably not going to happen. But then there's the interesting part about the Livid Llamas. They do have the outside dark horse shot, if you will, if because of the total points. They currently trail the Steel Curtain by 69, so they definitely don't want Steel Curtain to be the odd man out of that three-headed thing. They, however, lead Classified by 72. So a head-to-head, if it came down to the total point thing, the edge would go to the Livid Llamas. Also, they trailed Dharma, so Dharma should be the odd man out. They trailed Dharma by 15 points. Still doable to outscore them by 15 points, so it should be interesting. So again, I know it's a little convoluted. Hopefully, you won't need a video after Sunday for me to explain how people got into the playoffs. Hopefully, those that need to win and make it moot would do, and we're done from there. So that's about it. Have a great week. I heard there's a game on tonight, but I wouldn't know since it's not advertised anywhere on the TV. But I'm sure I'll get to read the little 4-line recap of the 6-2 game tonight, whoever's playing. So for those of you that can watch it, enjoy it. For those of you that can't, we'll watch The Office. See you guys.